So as we said before, configurable models now available all within that one uniform UI. Jay obviously ran through the score piece previously, all the same look and feel. We have here at the moment what we would call the sort of landing page. So you can see all of my configured model instances at the moment, instance names, which are all free text and free form. I'll run through kind of an example of how you would set some of these up in a moment. The actual model name, so you can see a few I've got set up here in the list: excessive cancels, front running, etc. And then a quick subset, a quick breakdown of all the different parameters that I've currently got set for each of those, and any filters that I've got currently in play for those as well. Across here, you've got a drop down which shows you the full history. So we have a full audit trail of any changes that are made to any of the parameterized models throughout the whole life cycle. So in the event that you wanted to go back to a previous configuration or review any deltas in changes for models and parameters, can do that all from the front end via your own, as you wish, as opposed to having to come to us and ask for that kind of information, all available from the score front end. So in the event I want to create a new model instance, click on the Create Model Instance button there, hit the drop down here. As I said before, we've now got over 40 different models. You can see here various different market abuse scenarios you'd expect to see, giving you that full market abuse regulation coverage in Europe and the UK, and also as well in the US and Asia too. So we've got a full jurisdictional cover from a global perspective there. I'm just going to select one of these now as an example, excessive cancels as an example. So you'll see now I get some additional boxes that I can fill out. So instance name here. So the core concept around customized models is the ability to have multiple instances of the same type of model. So the advantage here is that you can see where I've got 3 different parameters here at the underneath that I can set. So I have what we call matching key. So matching key, basically, as the description on the screen says, determines the type of entity or profile that you want to monitor. So you can effectively configure the model to track at a trader level, account level, group-wide entity level, any attribute effectively, or any identifier that's in your data set that we can bring into score allows you to monitor at that level. Here I have a tolerance multiplier, which effectively the number of order cancellations that must be higher than the number of the trade messages times the multiplier, and then a minimum number of order cancellations. That's just putting a floor basically on. I don't want to see any alerts get generated whereby the minimum number of cancellation thresholds not being met. So it's giving you that kind of ability to set a floor on any results. So once I've kind of decided that example here, I want to monitor a per trader level, and then I'm going to say I want to be able to monitor, in this case, at a per exchange level. So as per kind of exchange rule books or trading venue rule books that you might be operating on, there will be potentially different thresholds of what would deem to be excessive cancels. So different ratios, one might be 5 to 1, one might be 10, etc. So the advantage here is that having this concept of being able to configure multiple instances of the same type of alert or the same type of model gives you that flexibility whereby you can actually, as I said, specify on a per exchange basis. So I could have an example here, instance name exchange CME, and then if the tolerance multiplier was 10 to 1, and actually I didn't want to see any alerts whereby there was less than 10, I can set that there. And on the right hand side, you get the full filters list. So these are some obviously pre-canned filters that I've set up before. So again, I have the ability here that if I want to come in and select CME here, what this will do is mean that CME filter, so I'm obviously looking for this particular MIC code here for the CME exchange. And by selecting that, if I then type a message to say updating configuration CME, every change requires a comment or a log, again, that's fully audited. So in the event that you want to go back and take a look at any changes that have occurred, you can do that. Click the save button there, and then that will create the instance effectively into my list, which is at the top here. So I'll just open that back up again. In short, as I said, you've got this ability to create filters and apply them to specific instances of the alert. In addition to that, you can set multiple filters. So if you wanted to, as an example, let's say I want to set a excessive cancels alert on a per exchange basis. So I've got a dummy exchange here called exchange 11. So I want to be able to set a particular tolerance and multiplier here, 100, let's call the C, let's call it 40. And do that there. And actually what I want to do is not only apply at the exchange level, but I also want to do it at the product type. So I want to say for exchange 11, for equities, I want to be able to say that in the event that this gets breached, I want to get an alert, and then again, just update that in there and save. So now you can see in my breakdown here, in my filters, I've obviously got a quick overview of what my parameters are. And I can also see here as well that exchange 11, including at the exchange level, and also only as a sub product type exchange equities as well. So again, you've really got that ability to drill down and be really specific and precise with the parameters and also the filters that you want to apply to those particular models. In terms of the look and feel, the alerts, Jay ran through obviously a couple of examples previously on the cross product. As you can see here, this is actually an excessive cancels alert. The look and feel is exactly the same. So the idea here is that, as I said, one uniformed interface, one browser, one area where you can come and view all the results for those machine learning based models and also the customizable models. And you can see here as an example, here's the score similar to what you get with the machine learning models, trader ID, instrument, etc. So we can see here this has been generated with short description, timestamp, who the trader was, execute a total of one trade with 100 order deletes with particular security, and then obviously detailing around the ratio of order deletes to trades is 100, and that breaches the tolerance and the multiplier that we set. And also again telling you that venue. So again, you've got that specificity in the actual alerts that are being generated, in this case telling you that it was on that particular venue. And as I said, if you then get any of the alerts triggered off of the different instances that we'd set at the different venue level, then that would be detailed within the alert details as well. So you don't have to go looking for it, you don't have to go hunting for it. It's all, all up front and in the UI for you to view. You've also got, as I said, as Jay showed earlier, the market replay tool on the right hand side. So in the event that you wanted to, overlay sort of what was going on in the market at the time, you've got that full price ladder, level 2 market data depth as well on the right hand side, just to give you that additional context, in addition to the kind of visualization here that you've seen before. Hovering over any of these tells you obviously buy or sell order, and some information around sort of price, time on the axes as well, and then a breakdown below of all the different blow by blow messages that are involved in that piece. So very similar and exactly the same from a case management perspective, workflow perspective, whether you're using the machine learn models or whether you're using the customizable models here. So as I said, one combined uniform UI to give you both flavors, that more traditional, what we call parameter-based surveillance that you've got here with the customizable models, and then also the machine learn models as well, giving you that real belt and braces approach. So in the event that maybe, the customizable models parameters weren't quite calibrated correctly, the machine learn models will catch that. It gives you that oversight and then, input to maybe go back and want to review the customizable models parameters that you've got to make sure that going forward you would capture that type of behavior. As I said, just bringing the two together, both flavors all under one shop.